Hello student. Today we will going to learn structure of anther. Structure of anther. So the androecium we have seen in the structure of flower. There is a stamen. So stamen consists of anther. This is the filament, and the filament which is connect to the stamen here, it is a sterile connective. Sterile connectives. So androecium, these complete anther, sterile connectives and filament is a androecium. This androecium is called as the stamen. In the stamen, anther, sterile connective tissue and the filament, out of these only anther is take part in reproduction because it contains the male genetic material. It contains the genetic material. Now see, we externally seen the anther consists of two lobes. These are the two lobes. Externally we see the anther, it consists of a two lobe. It consists of a two lobe. Now, internally, the anther is a tetralobular. Anther is a tetralobular. Internally, anther is tetralobular. It means that it consists of four chambers. It consists of four chambers. So this is first chamber, second chamber, third chamber, and the fourth chamber. So the internally the anther is a tetralobular. It consists of a four chamber called microsporangia. It is also called pollen sac. It is also called as the pollen sac. Now, the microsporangenesis or formation of pollen grain. Formation of pollen grain takes place in microsporangia or pollen sac. So, the internally anther is a tetralobular. It consists of a four chamber called as the microsporangia, or it is called as the pollen sac. Microsporangenesis or formation of a pollen grain which takes place in the microsporangia or in the pollen sac. Formation of pollen grain which takes place in the pollen sac. Now, TS of anther. Structure of anther. The first is anther walls. Anther walls, the anther consisting of a 4 walls. Anther consists of 4 walls. First is a epidermis. First is a epidermis. Anther walls, there are the total walls of the anther. Anther consists of a 4 wall. First wall is the epidermis. This epidermis is the outermost wall of the anther and it is common for all 4 pollen sacs. Epidermis is the outermost wall which is common for all the pollen sacs and consisting of flattened cells. Flattened cells means all the cells are flat. Cells are flat. Outermost layer is a common for all the pollen sacs. Then the cells, it is the outermost layer and the cells of the wall are the flat. And what is the function of this wall? Function of this wall is a protective in nature. Epidermis is a protective in nature. So the first is epidermis. Outermost wall or outermost layer of anther, common to all 4 pollen sacs. Cells are flattened and protective in function. Protective in function. So this is the first wall, outermost wall of the anther or outermost layer of the anther. Now second layer is a enthesium. Second layer is a endothecium. This endothecium inside the epidermis, it is inside the epidermis, the endothecium layer just inside the epidermis. Now the cells of these are a single layer. Okay, so endothecium is internal to epidermis. It also common to all 4 chambers, all 4 pollen sac and single layer of cell. So endothelium, it is internal to the epidermis, common to all the four pollen sac and single layer of a cell. See here, the epidermis is a single layer which is all common to the all four pollen sac, and it is internal, just internal to the epidermis. Then what type of these cells of the endothelium? First, where it is situated? The cells of endothelium having a shallow groove. So due to these shallow grooves, it is just fixed in between two microsporangia, in between two pollen sac, or in between two microsporangia because of the shallow grooves. See here is the shallow groove, and just next upcoming layer which is fix this endothelium. Okay. So situation between contains shallow grooves and contains shallow grooves between two microsporangia. Then after the situation, cells type. The cells having a special characteristic. One is, it is made up of fibrous thickening of callus, and it is hygroscopic in nature. Hygroscopic in nature. So hygroscopic in nature, it means these wall absorb the moisture from the surrounding or the atmosphere, and this fibrous thickening is first dense, then it will be broken down, so that the wall will be, at the time of a maturity, wall will be broken down, and the two pollen sac merge into one of each side. So this is the functions of these cells. So we have seen the endothelium. It is a single layer of parent, is just inside the epidermis. Then its situation, it contains the shallow groove which is the fixed in between two microsporangia, and cells of these contains the fibrous thickening of callus and hygroscopic in nature. Hygroscopic nature means it absorbs the moisture from the atmosphere and loses its fibrous thickening, so that at the time of maturity, wall will be broken down, so as the two pollen sac merge into one. After that, middle layer. It is just inside the endothelium. Inside endothelium, it is 1, 2, 3 layers of parenchyma cell. So just it is the inside endothelium, and it contains 1, 2, 3 layers of the parenchyma cell. Now the cells of this middle layer. So the cells are at the time of maturity of anther, these cells are degenerate. And two pollen sac merge into A1, so as one lobe on each side. After that, tapectum. Tapectum is a last layer of the wall of the anther. This is just inside the middle layer. This layer, cells of this tapectum contains a dense cytoplasm. It contains dense cytoplasm and at least one nucleus present in these cells. So, tapectum, inside the middle layer, surrounding sporangineous tissue,
cut.
just inside the middle layer, surrounding the sporangineous tissue. Then the cells are dense cytoplasm and at least one nuclei. So if we see the diagram of the tapectum, it is a nucleus and this is the dense cytoplasm. Dense cytoplasm. Now function. Function of the tapectum, it provide nutrients to the sporangineous tissues so as to develop into microspore or pollen grain. This is the first function. Second function, it helps to produce sporonectin. So this is provide a resistance power to pollen grain. It provide resistance power to the pollen grain so as it avoid decomposes from the physical and biological decomposes. It provide or help or it secured to the physical and the biological decomposes. This is the function of the tabectum. And last is sporangineous tissue or microsporangineous or a pollen gland. Last is pollen sac or microsporangium. So this is a pollen sac, and pollen sac contains the compact mass of a sporangineous tissue. Pollen sac, it contains compact mass of sporangineous tissue. It contains the compact mass of a sporangineous tissue. This sporangineous tissue is the immature anther. This sporangineous tissue first undergoes mitotic division. After that, meiosis division. This is the meiosis division. So the sporangineous tissue undergoes the first mitotic division. We will get the two. Then next is the meiosis division. Then we will get the 4 tetrad of cell. So this is a tetrahedral group of 4 tetrahedral treated. Tetrahedral means the 4. These are the microspore. Formation of microspore is called as the microsporanginesis. Or formation of pollen sac. So we will stop here. Next video will be structure of pollen grain.